let's be real. That 9 to 5 you on, it ain't safe. And it never was. Because, baby, you could be fired tomorrow. Fired tomorrow. Replaced by AI or going back and forth in the office after years of working at home. Thinking working at home is your freedom. And then what happens? They won't care, but you should. If you've been feeling uneasy about your job, then it's not in your head. It's a sign that you need to start something for yourself before it's too late. It's to stop relying on a job and start your own brand now. Number one, you're always afraid of losing your job. Companies lay off people without warning. AI is replacing jobs left and right. And the worst part, you have no control. If your income depends on someone else's decision, you're not secure. You're at risk. Sign number two, you feel exhausted and unappreciated. You give your job everything, your time, your energy, your ideas, and what do you get? More work, more stress, zero appreciation. If you're feeling drained and stuck in a cycle of burnout, that's a clear sign. You're building someone else's dream instead of your own. Sign number three, you have no control over your own time. You have to ask for permission to take a vacation. You got to ask for permission to be sick. You got to ask for permission to be sick. You got to feel guilty by calling in. And sometimes even when you have a real life emergency, they act like it's an inconvenience to them. Your job is controlling your life. It's time to take your time back. It's controlling your life. Your job is controlling your thoughts. At night, you can't sleep. You not looking forward to the next work day. I mean, nobody really looking for the next work day, but it's more like, oh, I gotta go. Do I really gotta go? Dang. I want to be with these people. Saying that, oh baby, it's time for you to make something of your own. Sign number four, AI and automation are coming for your job. It's coming for your job. It's There's a DVD I was watching slightly last night. It was a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. It was like a PBS. You know how PBS do like these little documentaries and research and stuff, I remember. So it was like, I think it's called Life with AI or something. I don't know, something like that. And it was a PBS special. And it was this guy. He looked like he around my age. It was this guy. And he had made up like this AI truck. So like the dudes who do like trucking. The guys and the women do trucking now, I guess. And so he had made this AI truck where like the truck drives itself on like the highway from like, they was testing it out. They said like Arizona to California. Yeah, they was testing it out. And I'm like, that looks pitiful. And they were talking about China and how China's over like mega surveillance, and then how like China, they pay with their face, like they pay with facial recognition, however, and everything is like QR code. Like, I'm like, oh my God, that looks terrible. It's terrible. Like when they showed it, I'm like, oh my God, that looks so terrible. You really think your job is untouchable? AI is already replacing entire industries, and it's not slowing down. If you don't start doing something of your own now, you could be scrambling for a plan B later. Why not make plan B your A before you're forced to? Y'all, I was watching this lady on TikTok, and her name is Denisha Monique, I think. Yeah, she had this little thing on her TikTok. You know how you can put pictures on TikTok, however, and it'd be like hovering above you? It was a Forbes article that said the 9 to 5 is going into extinction. I shared that story, y'all, of when I said God told me to create something on my own in 2019, and I made this coloring book. These 3 illustrations are out of this coloring book. It's an affirmations coloring book for creatives and entrepreneurial spirits, right? To affirm you on your journey of whichever way that you're doing entrepreneurship, right? You can be doing it through YouTube. You can be doing it through hair braiding. You can be doing it through dance, your music, however, for creatives and entrepreneurial spirits. I have a coloring page for each one of those, right? Going into being creative and becoming an entrepreneur. I have affirmations within the coloring book for you guys to look at. Yes. My confidence grows when I step outside of my comfort zone. And this is the girl on the elevator. She's elevating, right? She's elevating, right? You have to have elevating thoughts, right? Above thoughts, abundance thought, that you can, right? And that you live in a world full of abundance. You can't speak scarcity language. You can't be scarcity minded. You can't believe that you just fit into one job and one job title in one place and in one state and in one city. No, you're bigger than that. You're made more for that. You know, like the people who stay in a hometown forever and don't escape out their city, and they don't look out, and they don't go outside their job, they don't go outside their neighborhoods. It's like, why are you limiting yourself like that? Why must you limit yourself like that? I don't understand it. Now, I've been out of the country one time. I want to go out of the country again. I want to go out of the country again. You think I'm trying to stay here? No. I'm trying to stay in one little spot, in one little boat, in one little city, one little town, in one little neighborhood. I ain't. Guess what? Number 5. You know you're capable of more. Deep down, you know you weren't meant to be sitting at a desk all day following orders. You have ideas. You have skills. You just don't know how to turn them into something real. And that's why you keep pushing it off. Because it starts feeling overwhelming. But guess what? It don't gotta be. If you recognize even one of these signs, the truth is simple. You are outgrowing the 9 to 5 system. The longer you wait, the harder it gets. Something that you're so familiar with, and everyone says this in psychology. People stick to and go to whatever is familiar to them. I feel like Spirit did not allow for me to be too familiar and too comfortable with the 9 to 5. Point where people feel a type of way. Like, oh no, she's gonna take my job. I don't want your job. That's why I applied for this position. Every time I get a job, it's like it reminds me that jobs are temporary. It reminds me that jobs are seasonal. Like, the manager was mad at me because I'm competent. Because I had suggestions. Just got ideas. I'm smart. The people who succeed aren't the ones who wait for a perfect time. They're the ones who start. And if you're thinking, I don't even know where to begin, that's exactly why I'm here. So people like you turn their skills, ideas, and experiences into an actual personal brand that works for them. You don't have to rely on a job that can replace them at any second. My Find Your Why guidebook is designed to give you clarity on what excites you, how to position yourself online, and how to create a brand that lets you take control of your future. This isn't just about finding your passion. It's about building something that gives you freedom, security, and confidence in what you do. Click the link below and grab the Find Your Why guidebook and take the first step towards finally creating something of your own. Because if you don't take control of your life now, someone else will. I'll see you on my next one. It's your girl, Sultry Accessory.